musty hobbit, and there's something that a hobbit loves more than another helping. Second breakfast, welcome back. And this week, we got tagged by a fellow YouTuber. In fact, fellow Midwest Gaming Classic panel mate Jason from Corpse Flood Gaming has tagged me in one of his recent videos, and that theme for that video was video game series that I have missed out on and what I plan to do about it. And so he went 10 deep with his list, and that is a lot to try to plan for. So I'm going to go a little bit smaller with that. I'm not going to tag anybody because I want to open the floor to everyone. If this is a topic that you are interested in and you want to do a video of your own, please do. Let me know about it, send me the link, post it in my comment section below. I want to see your video if you decide to do this as well. But let's get started. The first series that I have had zero exposure to, despite hearing nothing but praise, has been the Persona and Shin Megami Tensei series, the two of them being effectively the same game. Now, Persona 5 was one of the biggest titles from 2017. I was told over and over and over that it is an absolute must-play from a lot of people who I, absolutely value their judgment. I have it, picked it up relatively inexpensively, but I just haven't had the chance to commit the time. And it's the time that is probably the biggest scare factor for this. For that game in particular, a 100-hour undertaking is quite a bit. And so being as we're hitting summer, I don't know what that means. The days are longer, my son's staying up later, we're doing more things outside, and so just sitting around and playing a 100-hour JRPG isn't exactly a high priority right now, but I would like to give it a try. I've heard that it is right up my alley with regards to a very stylistic JRPG. So I want to give it a shot. I think that is probably where I'll start, although there are probably people, if you are a SMT or a Persona fan and you have a better entry point that you can suggest, please let me know, and we'll see about it when time allows. The next series that I've never tapped into up to this point has been the Rocksteady Batman titles, all of the Arkham games. I have skipped all of these, not because I don't want to play them, just because it was never something that kind of timed out right when all of those games were being released. So I would like to give that a try. I have heard the first couple are ideal, either Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Again, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I would like to get into those. I know that those sort of that fluid combat is something that I saw in Shadow of Mordor, and so I feel like that is, again, a style of game that is right in my wheelhouse, with a franchise and a character that I am totally on board with. I just need to put the time to it, and so that is going to be a huge motivator. Hopefully sometime over the next year or so, I would like to start diving into that. The next up is a series of games that I have a hard time figuring out where to start, and that is the Tales series. I hear a lot of people talk the Tales series up, and the problem is that I can't make heads or tails of where to begin. And so that's a tough one because I haven't played a Tales game, but I don't know how motivated I am to play a Tales game. So maybe if you're a Tales fan and you have a recommendation, please let me know what that might be, because up to this point I'm just not overly motivated for it. I just don't know where to begin or what the right ones are. Even your Dragon Warriors and your Final Fantasies, those all have kind of, everyone will have a good recommendation for you, and I just don't seem to get that from Tales, or I don't seem to get enough of the same answer to where it's an easy decision to go after this one versus a different one. And I think I'm going to wrap this list at 4 entries, the 4th entry being one that I am serious about getting into. I just need to find the right time. In fact, I need to find the right disc for it, and that is Metal Gear Solid. Those games I have owned almost every iteration of them at some point, and I have yet to play any of them, and that's a mistake. I think that a lot of people claim that these games are masterpieces, and Kojima is a absolute genius, and I need to try that out for myself. Now, I've been looking for the Metal Gear Collection, I think is what the edition is called, on the PS3, and that was supposed to have Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4 on it. I would like to find that. If I can find that, then I'll be able to run through all of them. I've also been told that Snake Eater is actually the first game, despite being the third that was chronologically released. If you can confirm that, somebody confirm that for me, that would be ideal. But is there a preferred order? Am I allowed to shake this up? Does it matter if I do them 1 through 4, or rather 1 through 5? In fact, 5 is going to be a game with gold at the end of this month for Xbox Live Gold users. So I basically would have all 5 of them, assuming I can find that disc, and I just haven't been able to. I tried finding it at Midwest, and it just was not anywhere that I could find. So Metal Gear Solid is going to be one of those. I would like to give that a good college try one of these days, and again, with your recommendations on order would be really, really helpful. So I want to thank again Jason from Corpse Flood Gaming for tagging me in this style of video. It's one that seems like every year there's a tag video or two that goes around, and so it's nice to get in on one of those early on in the year. And again, if there's anyone who wants to follow up this to just kind of confess to the camera a series that you have yet to play, let's hear it. As always, Second Breakfast comes out every Thursday with a new episode, and I've been getting back into the normal kind of style of video, despite the fact that the move is coming weeks away. We are closing on the house in a couple of weeks, and things are looking like they're going to line up. It may cause some weirdness with release schedules, but I will do everything I can to keep things on the regular for you. And I'm really excited about the new place, and I hope you guys are too. And obviously there will be a nice little influx of new kind of videos as a new game room gets birthed out of a move like this. So let me know in the comments if there's anything on any of the series that I mentioned that you have as far as recommendations, or if you can actually come up with a good starting point for a Tales game, if I should even bother at this point. These are things that I'm super curious about. But aside from that, thank you for taking the time to come by. Please like the video if you did, and subscribe if this is your style of content. I want to keep things fresh and as best I can. So hearing your guys' feedback is an important way to get us there. But I would like to thank you for your time and for coming by. I have been Musty. Take care of yourself and be good to each other. Bye.